Do not listen to this recording while driving or operating heavy equipment. Do not listen to this recording if the possibility of falling asleep would be harmful to yourself or those around you. To get the most out of this recording, you should be seated or laying down in a comfortable and safe location where you are unlikely to be disturbed. Before we begin, I'd like you to practice your visualization technique. Close your eyes and recall your bathroom. Imagine it in all of its details. Is your toothpaste tube set on the sink? Do you have a shower curtain or shower doors? What do your towels look like? If you're in an office bathroom, are there many stalls? What color are the walls? Is there a mirror? Can you see yourself in the mirror? Now open your eyes. If you were able to visualize this bathroom, you'll be able to visualize the directions in this recording. If you weren't, pick another location that you know well and think on that place. What does it look like? How does it make you feel? Practice this until you can clearly focus using your mind's eye. When you're ready, you can proceed with this recording. Begin by taking a deep breath and filling your lungs with air. Then let that breath out slowly. Continue to take deep breaths, filling your chest and then exhaling slowly. As you breathe in, I want you to imagine that you're pulling the air up through the bottom of your body, up through your legs, into the lungs, and letting it rise up your neck and into your head. As you breathe out, I want you to feel the air leaving from the top of your head, down your neck, down through your chest, and all the way out until it exits you through the bottom of your feet. You breathe in, the air is filled with light. You breathe out, all negativity flows out of your body. You breathe in, you feel the calm and relaxation of the positive silvery light surrounding you and spreading upwards from your feet, around your midsection, and upwards around your head. You breathe out all that is negative. Breathe in the relaxation and warmth of the pure brightness that surrounds you. Breathe out all of the stress and tension that might be within you. Continue doing this until you can visualize yourself enveloped by the relaxation and brightness that the light brings, and the tension and stress has all but left your body. Imagine now that you are essentially a container for all of that light that both wraps around you and fills you. Your body is the shell, and within you is only the warm, relaxing glow of the perfect light. But since you are now a container filled only with light, I am going to fill you with sand to keep you grounded. This sand is fine, pure, and soft to the touch, and it just so happens to be your favorite color. Picture it now, this sand, this favorite colored sand. I have an endless supply of this sand, and I begin filling you up from the bottom of your body. Your feet fill first. You can feel the sand pouring into your feet. Imagine it like an hourglass, a stream of sand continuously pouring into your feet until each toe is filled. The heels and balls of your feet are heavy with sand. The sand reaches the top of your feet and moves up into your ankles. Your feet are heavy and relaxed. This sand is soft. This sand reminds you of peace and calm and the gentle lapping of waves on a beach, empty and just for you. The sand fills your ankles and it moves up into your calves. You can feel it pouring in and moving up into your body. It's the most comforting thing you've ever felt as it fills your knees and moves up into your thighs. Both thighs now filling with sand, and you can feel the sand moving and continuing up into your pelvis. You can feel it warmly pouring all the way from your thighs up into your buttocks, up into your hips, up into your waist, from the back to the front, from the left to the right. The sand continues to pour, each grain piling on the next, each grain bringing you further and further into a relaxed, comfortable, and calm state. The sand moves further up into your body. It's now filling your abdomen. It fills all the nooks and crannies in your lower back and between your spine. It fills in all the space in your torso. You are a hollow container filled with bright light and warm, comfortable, relaxing sand. You can feel it filling your entire chest until it starts flowing into your arms at the shoulders. Your fingers all fill up with this beautifully colored sand until each one is heavy. It fills the palms and moves into the wrists. Quickly it fills the forearms, elbows, and upper arms. The sand of relaxation now fills your shoulders from front to back. You can feel it like an hourglass piling on itself as it fills your neck and enters your head. It fills from the bottom to the top. The back of your neck, the front of your neck, your jaw, up into your head, filling your cheeks, the back of your scalp, behind your nose, up behind your eyes, until your head is full of the colorful, comfortable sand. Your body is now completely surrounded by light and filled with sand. There is simply no room in your body for negativity, darkness, or pain. You are entirely made up of positivity, brightness, and comfort. And I want you to understand that this sand and light is also protective. Not only will it push out all of the existing tension and negativity that might be in you, it will also fill you so completely that nothing can harm you while you are in your deep and relaxed state. You are completely protected by the colorful sand within you and shielded by the bright silvery light that surrounds you. If you are comfortable and choose to sleep, you can now drift off to a peaceful and relaxing sleep, remaining completely protected and safe. Otherwise, if you choose to carry on now, you'll be aware on some level of everything I say. There is nothing I will say that you will forget unless you choose to. All of the power in this session remains in your hands. You can wake yourself at any time and for any reason if you choose not to continue. If you choose to wake, you will awaken feeling refreshed and renewed. I want you now to visualize a whiteboard. It's a large, classroom-sized whiteboard, and it's new and has never been used. I have with me a blue whiteboard marker and an eraser, and I am now writing the number 10 in large blue letters on the whiteboard. I'm going to count down to 1 on the whiteboard, and every time I erase a number, I want you to imagine that the swipe of the eraser on the slick whiteboard, cleanly erasing the numbers, corresponds to a feeling of deeper relaxation passing through your body from your feet to your head. Right now you see the number 10 on the whiteboard. Really look at it and see how large the numbers are, the 1 and the 0. And now that you've seen it, I'm going to erase it. I make slow erase swipes from the bottom of the number to the top. As the number disappears, you can feel relaxation passing from your feet into your legs, into your pelvis, hips, waist, torso, shoulders, neck, jaw, cheeks, eyes, ears, scalp. The number 10 is now completely erased. I now draw the number 9 largely on the whiteboard. Do you see the large number 9? Take in the thick curves of the blue marker. And now I'm erasing it. From the bottom of the number, relaxation spreads through your lower body. To the middle of the number, your body sinks deeper into relaxation until I reach the top. The number is erased and your wave of relaxation has passed into the top of your head. I now draw the number 8. Watch as the marker turns, the chiseled tip making some lines thinner and some lines thicker. The number 8 is a calm-looking number. You can see how the number 8 looks like the symbol for infinity. And now I'm erasing it from the bottom curve, the bottom of your body, to the middle line where the 2 circles connect, your pelvis and lower back. Half of the top circle is missing, and relaxation is traveling up your spine, taking you deeper into your mind, and now the 8 is entirely erased and the relaxation has settled into your head. I draw now the number 7, just as you might draw the number 7. This handwriting is your handwriting, and this 7 is unmistakably your number 7. You can see the uniqueness in the marker lines, and now you also see the slight stains on the whiteboard where the previous numbers used to be. And you know that I'm about to erase this number 7 in the same way, and you know what comes next, and you begin to feel it already. The wave of deep relaxation begins in your feet as I bring the eraser near to the whiteboard. It's already racing up your legs and filling your thighs when the eraser touches the whiteboard and begins to erase the number from the bottom to the top. The wave of relaxation has passed completely through you, taking you deeper and deeper into your mind. And now the number 7 is gone. I draw the number 6. You see the graceful movements as the number 6 begins forming from the tip of the marker, and this time you can feel the relaxation starting in your toes before I lift the marker from the board. Now you can see the full number, and the wave of deepening relaxation is already in your knees. Relaxation is spreading in your buttocks and lower back when I lift the eraser to the board and begin erasing the number 6. 6 slowly disappears, and the wave has finished passing through you. You are so deeply relaxed and deeply in your subconscious now that you can begin to access parts of your mind that you are normally too distracted to notice. You can see now the details of the whiteboard in hyper detail. The numbers are all missing, but you can see the ghosts of the numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They're faint, but you can still make them out as I prepare to draw the number 5 on top of where the other numbers once were. You can see where the eraser streaks from the other numbers might affect the number 5 as it is drawn. Some of the marker lines might not be as clean as the previous numbers because it will skip. Some lines of the number will fit on parts of the whiteboard that hasn't yet been affected by the numbers from the past. You can see this in your own life as well. Right now you are beginning to see how you are very similar to this number 5 that will be drawn on the whiteboard. Your makeup is influenced by events that have happened in the past, and as you are right now, you will affect events in the future. But the past numbers are ghosts and have no power over the number 5. They've been erased. They are gone. I want you to draw this number 5. Take the marker in your hand and choose how to draw the number such that it takes only the best from the past and will most significantly affect the future. Do you draw a block number 5? Do you make it bold? Do you make it cursive? Or do you write it entirely on a clean area of the board so it's not affected by the past at all? Take a step back and look at your work. You are now just like the number 5. You choose what you need from the past, and you choose your future. You can make this choice again every day. You are just like the number 5. And now you step back, and I take the marker back. You already know what happens next as the wave of relaxation passes through you, mirroring the motions of the eraser as it erases the number 5. And now I draw the number 4, and you can see the still visible ghost of the number 5 beneath it, and understand now that you are now the number 4, strongly influenced by the powerful choices you made mere moments ago. Your session will continue with these powerful realizations in your mind. And now that you are the number 4, you can see how the details of your future might unfold based on the decisions you made as number 5. You can already imagine the 3, the 2, and the 1, and you can already imagine and feel the deeper and deeper relaxation you will enter as the numbers 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 are erased. Now that you've imagined it, I am actually erasing the number 4, and the wave of comfort and light passes through you. Now I'm writing a 3, a comma, a 2, a comma, and finally a 1. There are now 3 numbers on the whiteboard, 3, 2, and 1, and I want you to see how these numbers are laid out on the whiteboard, and I want you to remember it. Burn this image of the 3 and the 2 and the 1 into your memory. These numbers are the numbers that will help you to awaken, completely refreshed and completely awake whenever you need to awaken. If you finish this session, you can choose to let me awaken you by drawing these numbers again on the board. If you need to awaken sooner, I want you to imagine these 3 numbers being drawn on the whiteboard. As the 3 is drawn, you will awaken the bottom of your body and rise to the middle of your relaxed state. As the 2 appears, you'll awaken further. As the 1 is drawn, you'll be able to awaken fully. At any time, you can choose to draw these 3 numbers and awaken fully. But for now, these 3 numbers will pull you deeper and deeper until you're in your deepest of relaxed states. I begin erasing the 1 first, and you pull further into relaxation. The comma follows, and you are nearly at your most relaxed state. The 2 begins to disappear, followed by another comma, and you are so impossibly deep into this relaxed state that you are just about at the peak of your relaxation, and finally the 3 is being erased, and one final wave of pure, comfortable joy and calmness passes into you and rests. You are now at the deepest level of relaxation, and you will hear everything I say, not just with your ears, but with your mind, your body, your consciousness, your past, and your future. And all of the grains of sand and particles of light that fill you will hear what I say, such that the formation of the future before you will be influenced by the memories of these particles. Imagine that these particles are all of your helpers, and when you awaken, they will all scatter into the universe to begin the work of forming the future you choose today. All of you is listening now, with intent and ready to create any possibility in this universe. I want you now to imagine a hallway. You didn't notice it before because it was dark, but now it's as if a light has been switched on at the other end of the hallway, and a dim light is leaking into the room you're in now. You're going to enter that hallway now. It's completely safe. It looks like a comforting and homey hallway that you might find in a close friend's home. As you enter the hallway, you can see the strong light coming from the end of the hall. That light is in the future. The hallway is the present. The further you walk into the hallway, the more time is now folding to allow you access to the future. You walk slowly down the hallway, allowing yourself to acclimate to the light. Nothing in the light at the end of the hall can hurt you. It is merely an access to a vision of the future version of you. As you walk down the hallway, know that you are safe and nothing at the end of the hallway can hurt or harm you. Think about how far you want to see into the future, and the exit at the end of the hall will help you connect with it. Your spirit guides and entities are here with you now, and connecting you with the future at the end of the hallway. Do you want to visit yourself in just a few days? Yourself in 20 years? Or do you want to see yourself in a future life? Time is just a construct of humanity, and think of it now as actually all happening at once. As you walk down the hallway, you are merely allowing your current consciousness to process time in a different way such that you can see forward, like a memory, but in reverse. You're getting closer to the exit now, and the light is getting brighter. It's as if you are exiting a dark room into a bright day, and your eyes merely need to adjust. As you get closer and the light gets brighter, you can slowly start to see things coming into focus. Don't worry if it seems confusing or familiar. You might be only a few minutes into the future, or you might be hundreds of years into the future. Remember that this is merely a vision and nothing can hurt you. So if it seems scary or confusing, just recall that you are not physically in any danger. You're now exiting the hallway in full brightness. Allow your eyes to adjust. Allow things to come into focus. As they do, look down and look at your hands. Is there anything in them? Are you wearing anything on your arms, wrists, or hands? Look at your feet. Are you barefoot? Are you wearing shoes? What do they look like? If you can find a mirror where you are, or a camera, take a peek in the mirror or take a picture of yourself with the camera and see yourself. If not, just take in your attire and stature and try to determine your age. Now, look at your surroundings. How would you describe your surroundings to a friend? It's okay if things are unfamiliar. Do your best to take in their colors, shapes, or any sounds you might hear. If they're familiar, do you know where you are? Are there any other people with you? Do you know them? If you don't know them from your current life, do you recognize the soul within them? What do they look like now? Are there questions that you have for your future self? Your future self is capable of understanding your questions, and your spirit guides can facilitate the conversation if you wish to talk to yourself. They will occur to your future self as just the everyday thoughts in your head and will not scare the future you. The future self you are visiting is just one of many possible future selves based on lifetimes full of lessons and decisions. If you do this progression again, you can check in with this future self to see if things are following a similar trajectory. If you are conversing with your future self now, you might want to ask about decisions you are currently faced with to discover how making a certain decision now might affect that future version of you. Or you might be more interested in the state of the world, or technology, or the planet. Remember that your future self is not all-knowing. Your future self just knows a different personal version of what is there present. Ask the future you your opinions, your fears, your regrets, your successes, your triumphs. You might be visiting a future version of yourself that has reached an enlightened state that no longer has worries or fears. This is okay too. Ask your future enlightened self to reach back and steer you in the right direction on your path. You can do this progression whenever you want to check in on your current choices and decisions. But now we're going to come to a close on this conversation. Ask your future self now to send you back with any important messages. If they can't convey them quickly, ask your spirit guides to collect the messages and deliver them over the next few days in dreams and synchronistic messages. Have a last few looks around. Ask any final questions. If you can, embrace your future self. Your future self will experience this as a pleasant memory from the past. Now I'm going to wake you from this hypnotic session. If anything scared you from this session, you don't have to take it with you. You can leave it here and forget about it. If anything is important, take the time now to lock it into your memory so you can take it out of this hypnosis state with you. Make any final notes. Lock it into your brain and prepare to wake up. Your spirit guides are now going to rein you back in. Come with me now as we exit this hypnotic state. You'll now see the entrance to the hallway again. Again, it's a comforting and homey hallway, just like one you might find in your best friend's home. It's safe, it's comforting, and it will take you back to the current present, to your current body in its hypnotic state. Let your eyes adjust back to the present, back to the hallway, and slowly make your way back to the room that your body is currently physically in this present time. You're now coming to the end of the hallway where you previously entered it, and the light behind you dims as your access to the future is coming to a close right now. Again, you can access this future anytime you need to by again repeating this future life progression. But right now, we're coming back to the present and getting ready to re-enter awakened state. Find yourself now back in the present, and the hallway becomes dark. If you choose to, you can now drift off into a comforting and relaxing sleep. If there are any questions that you have or things you still want to touch upon, you can do so now in your dream state. And when you awaken, you will very clearly remember those dreams, how they made you feel, and what lessons you learned. Everything I say following this will not wake you if you choose now to sleep. If you choose now to awaken, and if you choose to remember this session, you will remember very clearly everything that you heard today and everything you learned today. If there were things that came up for you in this session that are best left forgotten, you will forget just those moments and remember everything else. You are the master here in this state, and what you choose to happen will happen. If you feel negativity in any way, I want you to imagine that negativity being pushed out of your body by the pure silvery light that still surrounds you and the colorful sand that still fills your body. Nothing negative can be carried out of this state of mind. The light and sand simply won't allow it. It has been protecting you all along. You will awaken soon now and completely feel refreshed. Everything that you need and want to remember, you will, and you will remember vividly. Everything that you don't need or do not want to remember, you can now discard. Imagine it being erased, just like the numbers we drew on the whiteboard. You can still access these lessons and memories on a deeper subconscious level, but you do not need to take them to your waking life. Now that you're ready to awaken, I want you first to imagine that there's a stopper at the bottom of your feet. I've now pulled the stopper out, and all of the colorful sand has begun to drain out of your body. As it exits your body, it begins to spread out forwards and backwards into time and space. It is returning to where it came from in the universe, and all of the individual particles carry with them every positive thought, emotion, and lesson they have heard today. As the sand drains, you can feel your head empty and become lighter, your shoulders empty and become lighter. As the sand drains, you can feel your head empty and become lighter, your shoulders empty and become lighter. The sand spreads and disappears as it exits your body. It drains much faster than it filled. It's already emptied out of your chest and abdomen. It's now emptying in your pelvic region, and you can feel it pouring out and leaving your body, feeling lighter and more awake. Your thighs are emptying. Your knees and calves now are less heavy. And now the last bits pour out of your ankles and feet until the last grain of sand is gone. Your body now is feeling so light and awake. Try wiggling your toes and your fingers. Try wiggling your ears and eyebrows. Everything feels bright and awake. Lastly, I want you to imagine the whiteboard again. And I'm drawing the numbers again, but this time they are bringing you up and out of your relaxation instead of lowering you into it. I draw the number 3, and you are emerging from your deepest level of relaxation, rising quickly to the surface. A comma, and you are beginning to hear all of the tiny sounds in the room around you that you might not have been noticing before. I draw the 2, and as the curve of the top is drawn, you know intuitively that when I reach 1, you will be fully awake. I finish the number, and you know that you are still surrounded by that protective, silvery light, and you can keep it around you for as long as you want. I draw the comma, and you can feel yourself almost fully awake. You know where you are. You remember what you need to remember. And I draw the 1, and your eyes open if you haven't opened them already, and you are wide awake. You can see all the details of the room you're in. You are still comfortable, but completely awake and completely refreshed. Welcome back.